Many people are trying to get tested for COVID-19 after the holidays, but that may be easier said than done. That's because several Minnesota Department of Health community testing sites are swamped. The Minnesota Department of Health reported more than 6,700 new COVID-19 cases on Monday and 48 deaths. Many people are heading to the Brooklyn Park Starlight Center to get tested. As reporter Sonia Goen shows us, sometimes the wait there is over 2 hours.
Last time I came here was before Christmas. Usually when we came in the morning, there wouldn't be a line, but when we came out, there would be a line. And I was like, okay, we gotta be there at 9. And it was crazy.
The Brooklyn Park location is one of the busiest COVID-19 testing sites in the state, and they're having a hard time keeping up with high demand.
Crazy, super long.
The long line was enough to make some people miserable. The line wrapped around the parking lot as people stood in the cold Monday morning waiting to get COVID-19 testing. It was also tough to find a place to park.
When we got here at 9 o'clock, when they opened, the line was going all across the parking lot because we were walking backwards trying to find the end of the line. It was super long.
I thought it was going to be over in like 30 minutes, but it ended up being like more like 2 hours.
If you were one of the lucky ones to get an appointment, the wait is under 30 minutes.
We were together with some friends on New Year's Eve, thought it would be a good idea to get tested. Came in here about 20 after 10 and it's quarter to 11 and we're out of here.
But if you're walking in for a rapid test, be prepared to wait a long time.
I chose to work from home today because I do have some symptoms, but hoping that I have a negative result so that I can go back to the office.
Some people were frustrated because even with appointments, they were told to stand in line. The run on COVID-19 testing is causing some to wonder why more testing sites can't be opened.
They should have more centers because every day the cases keep increasing.
In Brooklyn Park, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
If you want to avoid the wait times and the headache, one option is to order a COVID-19 test online and have it delivered to your home. Vault Testing is teaming up with DoorDash to deliver those tests. School districts are urging caution as students return to their classes. The Robbinsdale School District is one of many urging families to keep students at home if they do not feel well. The district sent out an email last week saying at-home saliva testing kits are available at your school's health office starting on Monday. The Wayzata district asked parents to keep students at home and get tested even if they only have a mild symptom like a runny nose or a headache. The Minnesota State Patrol says the vehicle and possible driver involved in a fatal hit-and-run crash in Brooklyn Center have been located. The State Patrol announced the discovery on Monday. The fatal hit-and-run occurred last Thursday around 10:30 at night on southbound Highway 252 near 66th Street. The crash killed 8-year-old Ileana Tasso. Her family says the girl lived about a block from the crash scene. Police attempted life-saving efforts at the scene, but they were unsuccessful. According to the State Patrol on Monday, the possible driver is cooperating with investigators. Authorities say the investigation is active and ongoing. The blast of winter weather over the last few weeks has been a welcome sight for winter recreation enthusiasts. But as Delane Cleveland reports, places like Theodore Wirth Park in Golden Valley are still in need of seasonal help.
It's a gem.
Winter in Minnesota is not for the faint of heart. Some people stay cooped up during these colder months.
How are those skis working for you?
But Ellis Bradshaw of Minneapolis
Would you rather go back to these?
Didn't want to be one of them.
Because I've lived here a long time and didn't know how to ski and decided that it was time to pick up a new winter hobby.
This is your motion.
To make that happen,
Ankle flex.
she made her way to Theodore Wirth Park in Golden Valley for cross-country skiing lessons.
All right.
Thomas Shaw spent a good chunk of the morning teaching her the basics.
And that'll keep your pole
These days,
this angle.
Shaw is a busy guy.
We have more requests for lessons than we can fill, particularly private lessons, and our group lessons are pretty well maxed out.
They're maxed out in large part because they need more help.
It's such a unique and fun place to work that we're hopeful people will keep finding us.
Claire Wilson is the executive director of the Lopit. She says that in a perfect world, they would have between 30 and 50 more coaches and seasonal staff members than they have now.
Our biggest need right now is for coaches and people who want to come work with youth. We have just as many kids on our waiting list as we have in our program. systems.
Unglue your elbows from your sides.
The ideal candidate would be someone who enjoys working in this outdoor environment and loves interacting with people.
When we go up this little slope,
Shaw's been a coach for 25 years, and he encourages others to join him.
it's a very flexible job, and if you're already a skier, it's a great way to improve your own skiing skills.
Bradshaw, meanwhile, has a ways to go before she gets on the level of some of the other skiers out here.
Nice.
But she's on the right track.
Gotta have fun with it, otherwise it's a long time to be inside.
In Golden Valley, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
For the first time on Monday, the Plymouth Community Center's Active Wing opened its doors to the public. The Active Wing contains an indoor playground, a year-round walking track, and 2 full-size gymnasiums that are open for pickleball, badminton, tumbling, and more. This is the first phase of the renovation and expansion project at the community center that began in the fall of 2020. It opened after more than a year of construction.
This is a very cool facility. It's been a long time, over 20 years that Plymouth has kind of been waiting for a facility like this. So I'm excited. I know all the city staff are excited and proud of what's here and what the residents will have the ability to use.
We were expecting something pretty nice, but this is beyond expectations, so it's very, very nice.
And it's very warm.
The Plymouth Community Center will be open 7 days a week. Phase 2, which includes renovation of the existing building and developing 2 wings, 1 each for education and events, is now underway, with hopes it will be all finished up this summer.
I'm Jay Wilcox with sports. After thumping Osseo in their first game of the Capital City Classic Holiday Tournament at Concordia University, the Wayzata boys basketball team took on a good Wisconsin squad in round 2. Jason Melillo has the highlights.
Boys basketball, Wayzata against Crosse Central in the Capital City Classic Tournament. Hayden Tibbetts crossover dribble drive for the basket and foul as Wayzata starts fast. Miles Barnett slick pass to Ryan Harvey underneath and he scores. Sophomore Jackson McAndrew comes off the bench and hits a couple long balls. Trojans up 19-13. Central finds its rhythm. Colin Adams rattles home a 3. Riverhawks lead 24-22 at halftime. Early second half, Drew Birkland with a no-look pass to Harvey, and he's good for 3. It's 30-all. But lacrosse starts to roll. On the break, Nick Williams to Noah Compton, and he finishes. Riverhawks up 10. Fielding is left open, and he swishes a 3-pointer. Then Adams spins away from the defender and gets to the goal for the hoop and foul. And Wayzata falls by a final score of 63-54. Jason Melillo, CCX Sports.
It's back to regular season play and many conference games for local hockey teams this week. Holiday tournament action wrapped up late last week with a good back-and-forth battle in boys hockey. Former Wayzata assistant Dave Brown leading his Rogers Royals against Wayzata in boys hockey at the Tradition in the Park tourney. Rogers' Hogan Sinjum receives the long breakout pass and gets a breakaway. He's denied but tucks the rebound in as the Royals take an early 1-0 lead. Wayzata's forecheck pays off in a turnover. Jack Hartle is stopped, but Drew Streeter shovels the rebound home to tie the game up. It's 1-1 after the opening period. Pat O'Leary's Trojans take the lead in the second as Reese Wallen turns the corner and gets it out front. Jake Matson stays with it and whacks the puck in to give Wayzata a 2-1 lead. But Mike and Miller slides the pass across to Sinjum for the one-timer as the Royals tie it back up. It's a 2-2 game heading into the third. Sinjum working down low slides it to Carson Melquist, and he pops the shot home as the Royals go back in front 3-2. Wayzata's turn. On a power play, Reese Gardner across to Luke Miller for the goal from the circle, and it's a 3-3 game. But late in the contest, Rogers on a power play, and Sinjum sets up Trent Pella for the deflection goal. Rogers wins it 4-3 to hand Wayzata its only loss of the round-robin tournament. Rogers was also 2-1 in the tourney. In girls hockey holiday tournament play, Armstrong Cooper advanced to the championship game of its tournament before falling to Fergus Falls 3-2. Maddie Halter had 2 goals for the Otters. Paige Lloydolt and Lydia College scored for the Wings. Osseo Park Center won the third-place game at that tournament, beating Bemidji 2-1. Maggie Albers scored the game winner in overtime for the Stars. And at the Kaposia Classic in South St. Paul, Champlain Park Coon Rapids beat Woodbury 3-0 in the championship game, scoring all of their goals in the third period. Maple Grove was also 2-1 in the Tradition in the Park tournament. Host Benilde won all 3 of its games by 1 goal, including a 3-2 win over Maple Grove. And congratulations to 2 outstanding women's hockey players from the area. Plymouth natives Danny Cameronese and Kelly Panic learned over the weekend that they are officially U.S. Olympians for a second time. Both are former Gophers. Cameronese started Blake and Panic at Benilde St. Margaret's in high school. They helped the U.S. women to the gold medal at the 2018 Games. That's it for sports. I'm Jay Wilcox.
Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.